and it was like $300 or $400 off. It was like, we gotta buy this. It seems like a really good deal.
Yeah, that was one where it was like, I have to buy it. You know,
Murka.
It seemed like it anyway.
Any advice for going to college? I'm worried I'm going to go in and start slacking because in high school I never opened a book. In college, I know you can't pass by just by listening in class. How can I develop a habit of studying? Thanks for the hours of entertainment for answering my question.
That was directed at me.
He's asking about college.
Oh, so for college, as far as, like, I had a fun time in college, but I got my shit done. And when it comes to studying and doing that, like, nobody's going to force you to do it. So if you have a shit work ethic, you're going to struggle for a couple semesters before you get it down unless you really start to take it seriously. And eventually, like, if it takes you one semester, that's really common. A lot of people fuck up bad first semester freshman year, and then they kind of have to come back. You just can't let it go past
you do that.
No, not at all. Like, I had, like, rules for myself, like certain goals I had to complete. Like, if my friends were going out on a Friday night and I knew on Thursday, I would not let myself do anything that day until everything was done. Because initially, I would be like, oh, fuck it, it's college. And for a few weekends, I would just go out, have fun, get a little irresponsible, so to speak. And I would not be able to enjoy myself hardly. Because the whole time I'd be like, shit, like, I'm in college right now. This is expensive, and I'm pissing it away by not even doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I can't even enjoy my free time because I'm just dwelling on, oh, well, I got to get this reading done. I got to get this quiz done. Just set goals for yourself. You got to have discipline. You got to say, I'm not doing anything until this is completed. Like, yeah, it sucks. Your friends are going to peer pressure you. They're not going to be doing their work, guaranteed, and they're going to make you feel like a loser for staying in sometimes to do it. But in the end, you're going to feel better about it. But it's all down to internal discipline. You have to set your own limits because no one's going to do it for you. I don't know if Woody agrees, but that's...
Yeah, I mean, you'll be lucky if you have a roommate that has that. And, it can be a good role model for you. That was one of the things that kind of helped me. My first roommate in college was disciplined at school. And it was just like, oh, this is a whole new thing. And this is like the way that people do it. He was a sophomore. I was a freshman. And, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. And I've said before, the thing about college compared to high school is that it was more difficult for me to slack in college. Like, I could be behind in high school quite a bit and then still feel like I caught up to the class, like still go get them in terms of, it's like if it was a race, they're only jogging. So if you're capable of running, you can catch them easily. And then in college, it's like, well, they're moving at a quicker pace. Can you catch up? Yeah, you can, but it's harder. And then, of course, in my master's degree, that was as fast as I could go. Like, if I fell behind, I was fucked. I had to really stay on top of it.
I think it's almost good to totally, not good, but like good to get it out of the way early is to bomb a test like pretty soon in college. So you kind of learn to,
good strategy.
Buck up. No. Not saying like, I'm going to bomb this one, get my freebie out of the way. But like, it's good if like, your first, I don't know, econ class or something, you think you can just waltz
music
into it
appreciation,
like you did English lit in high school, and then you just get your shit packed in, and you're like, oh my god, this isn't a joke. Like, I can't, read a couple of the chapters 15 minutes before the test and then expect to do okay, as opposed to kind of just wading into it, getting low C's for a while, and then eventually failing.
You want a class where you can't do that, take music appreciation, where all the tests are hearing-based recognition. You will fuck up immediately and realize, I have to pay attention or I'm going to fail or drop out of this class.
That class
Are you
was
using
so much
music
harder.
appreciation as an example of a difficult class? I never took it, but
Totally.
I always assumed
my
that was like
God,
the
that
joke.
class-
It's awful.
It was
It
so
is not
hard.
an easy course. I thought it was going to be music theory, which I have taken online recently, which is totally what I wanted. It's notes, reading music, piano bullshit. No, this is, you have to know the composer, the era of the piece, the name of the piece by auditory recognition of pieces from the Baroque period, fucking people banging on drums. It was the worst class I ever took in my life.
I thought
sounds
music
awful.
appreciation was going to be me convincing my professor that I liked it. That's what I thought
yeah.
it was going to be about.
Like, what are yours just
you
sitting
like
there?
this
No,
one?
I really appreciate
Yeah,
it,
right.
Professor.
I like classical and jazz. Hook me up with an A. That wasn't it at all. Like Chiz said, it was like You know, we had to go to concerts. We had to listen to stuff from the Baroque. We had to like identify pieces and things like that, and tell like background stories and know stuff about. I didn't know. I thought because I liked music so much that I would like succeed in the class, but it turns out I didn't know anything about music, and I was just I struggled a lot. I got a C minus. It was not good for me.
Yeah, that's what you shoot for in that class.
No, because I ended up transferring, and anything under a C didn't transfer, so I wasted my time. But
there will be some classes like that to the guy who wrote in. Like, there are going to be some classes you just suck at that you have to take anyway, and you're going to have to learn to deal with a C or a C minus if you are a perfectionist. That's what I had to do for language classes, foreign language. Did terrible. Hated
my
it.
big thing for him is like, you know, how can I develop a habit of studying? Just fucking do it, you loser. You know, you're like, I'm scared that I won't study. Yeah, well, it's not out of your control, jackass. Do it. Do it. You know, just fucking buck up.
Or I find it's helpful if the night before you make yourself a checklist for things you need to do, and every time you check something off that list, it's very satisfying. So that can help you.
Cram last night. Last night's studying is the worst.
That's not what I meant. I just meant like
He means
for
a daily
every
checklist.
day. You know, maybe a month before the midterm, part of your checklist is study. Like, let's study now.
Keep up,
See,
right?
that's true.
Do
I
the
was like
reading.
obsessive compulsive about keeping schedules. So like I would like for the day, like when I got to my first class, I'd say like, all right, 9 to 10, this class. 10 to noon, my next class, I study for this. Noon to 2, go to this class. 2 to 3, gym. 3 to 4, dinner. 4 to whatever, do this. And then if you like complete all that and you keep yourself accountable throughout the day and you actually hit it, like even if you say from 4 to 7 I'm going to study for this, and by 6:05 you're like, I think I got this. Force yourself to keep going because you don't. And then you'll feel good about going out and enjoying the rest of your evening. Like, and I would be anxious, and maybe that's a fault. Like I get really anxious if I didn't keep my schedules. And so I just wouldn't be able to enjoy myself if I didn't hit my goals there.
Good for you for keeping a planner, filling it out, and sticking to it. I admire those people. I always would buy a planner and go, yeah, I'm going to write down all my things to do every day and stick to a week. A week.
It removes so much stress if you do that. So much.
Oh, I'm sure. It takes discipline, though.
Yeah, it does. But yeah, I'd recommend that. Keep a planner and use it.
This
Your
one's
question?
just to me.